The old classic Nicktoons Unite games used to be some of my favorite games, and to this day are some of my most nostalgic games ever. And I have such fond memories playing back through them, playing them with my brother, playing them with my best friend. It doesn't matter who I was playing it with, or even if I was playing it alone. Those story-driven Nicktoons crossover games were so special to me and so special to millions of people, and they made a lot of them. They made the original Nicktoons Unite, they made Battle for Volcano Island, which is my personal favorite. They made Attack of the Toybots. They made Globs of Doom. Technically, that was called SpongeBobSquarepants featuring the Nicktoons in Globs of Doom, because that was really when Nicktoons was in its transition period, where SpongeBob was really the face of Nickelodeon. And he still is, but it was SpongeBob featuring the Nicktoons. And then in 2008, that game came out, and we haven't had a story-driven Nicktoons game since. Obviously, we have had a lot of sports games. We've had individual titles, like individual SpongeBob games, individual JimmyNeutron, Timmy Turner, DannyPhantom, even a TAC game. But we haven't had a story-driven Nicktoons crossover since 2008, almost 20 years ago. But thankfully, for whatever reason, we finally do now. In Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. I can't believe they're using the name Nicktoons. I haven't heard the name Nicktoons being used officially in so long, but the game is finally here. The marketing, I will admit, wasn't too strong. There are a lot of people online that didn't even know this game was coming out, and that's understandable because I feel like they really did do a great job marketing. I think Game Mill did what they could. I think Petite Fabric did what they could. And I think Nickelodeon and all of these individual brands' social media accounts could have helped a lot more in pushing this game into the public eye, because last time I looked, it's sitting in the 70s on Metacritic. It's getting very favorable reviews, understandably so. The game isn't perfect. However, this game is so much fun. I'm about 3.5 hours in, so I have played a considerable amount of the game. So I can say this with full confidence that this game is a lot of fun. It is exactly what this franchise needed, I think, and I think it's going to do fairly well. We're going to go over some of my nitpicks. We're going to go over what it could have done well. We're going to go over what it does do very well. And starting with that, what it does well. This game is fully, and I mean fully, voice acted. It's not like there are just cutscenes with voice acting and then there's a bunch of text boxes with no voice acting. No, even the text boxes that are delivering exposition, that are delivering backstory, what have you, those are voice acted as well. This game is fully voice acted, and I think maybe some of the Rugrats or maybe some of the Avatar people aren't their original voice actors. I couldn't tell. I haven't watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I don't really know. Obviously, you have the original voice actor for SpongeBob, for Timmy Turner, for DannyPhantom, for JimmyNeutron, for Jenny Wakeman, for all of these characters. And like I said before, these 4 characters haven't interacted in a story-driven, just regular game that's not a kart racer, that's not a sports game, since 2008. And another thing this game does so well, and something that's really cool about this game, obviously I love SpongeBob. You all know that I love SpongeBob. I've been talking about him a lot lately, understandably so. Time to the Tide is just around the corner. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss all of that content. This story, the story of this game, is centered around Timmy Turner this time. A character that really hasn't been given much respect by Nickelodeon, by the creatives, by Viacom, by whoever in a long, long time. And the game opens with Timmy Turner. This whole quest, this whole story, this whole game happens because of something that Timmy Turner does. And I think that is so cool. Something very different for this game. SpongeBob kind of just shows up because of something that Timmy Turner does, and I think it is so cool. I think all of these characters are handled extremely well. All the things that they say, all the things they do throughout the story are very in character, and the voice actors actually voice acting them and doing a dang good job at that just really sells the experience here. Another thing, this game's score, the musical soundtrack, is so stupid good and catchy for absolutely no reason. That was one of the first things I noticed about the game, is that it just sounds so good. Not only just the soundtrack, but just like the sound design. It just sounds very, very good. And listen to the music as you're playing, because it is surprisingly great. This game, I will be 100% honest, I do not think it should have been $50, but I'm very happy that it's not full price. I'm very happy that it's, you know, 50, not 60 or even 70, but I think they maybe could have sold it for 40. I think 40 would have been a good price. Am I mad that it's 50? No. I will support these devs because they did a dang good job of this game. I do think they could have done it for 40. A lot of the elements that are introduced when it comes to customization with armor and with talismans and with your weapons and everything is very cool at first, but it just introduces itself very quickly, if you know what I mean. And this isn't exclusive to Dice of Destiny. A lot of RPGs do this. A lot of RPGs will introduce the elements very early on and really won't elaborate a ton after that, you know. That being said, I haven't beat the game, so maybe there's a huge shift in that I haven't seen yet. I don't know. Also, the art style. I really need you guys to give this a chance. The comments are littered on the trailers and stuff. A lot of people are very grateful we're getting this game and saying, wow, this looks really fun. And it is really fun. If you're into RPGs at all, you will probably enjoy this game. The art style is definitely different and definitely unique from the other Nicktoons games. However, that does not automatically mean that it's bad. It's not. This game looks and runs very nice. It runs very well on Switch. It looks very nice on Switch. I mean, you would hope, right? But it's not, you know, super 3D like the NicktoonsUnite original games were, but it's its own thing. This is a nice redefining moment for the franchise, and I think it looks and feels very good. Each character has their own unique abilities. There are, as far as I'm aware, 9 characters. I wish there was a little bit more. I wish there were some more characters. I understand why Garfield isn't in the game because he's not technically a Nicktoon. I am hoping maybe for some DLC down the road where maybe they, you know, have some more SpongeBob characters added in here. I know we already have SpongeBob and Sandy, but maybe Mr. Krabs or Patrick or Squidward. Maybe we have some more JimmyNeutron representation. Maybe we have some more FairlyOddParents representation, even Garfield. I would happily pay for a Garfield DLC. However, even though all those characters I was just talking about, they're not playable in the game, they are part of the story. You have characters like Pearl and Mrs. Puff and Plankton and the Crimson Chin and Sokka and the other 3 Ninja Turtles and Carl Weezer and a bunch of other characters that you find throughout your journey. You come across them, you talk to them, and they show up in your main hub with you. So by the end of this game, I'm guessing our hub area, the Tangle is what it's called, will probably be filled with Nicktoons characters, different Nicktoons from all across the different decades of the brand. And I'm very excited for that. I think that the story here is actually extremely well done. It's not going to win an Oscar. It's not going to win a Game Award for Best Narrative Story. But for what it is, it's a lot of fun, and it gives you a reason to keep playing, and it gives you a reason to get to the end of this journey and find out how the heck are we going to solve this problem that Timmy Turner got all these characters in. Guys, I think this game is so much fun, and I think it does so much right. I cannot urge you enough to just give it a chance. This video isn't sponsored. Game Mill didn't, you know, give me a review copy. Nickelodeon didn't give me a review copy. This is just me as a die-hard Nickelodeon fan, a die-hard DannyPhantom fan, FairlyOddParents fan, JimmyNeutron fan, SpongeBobSquarepants fan, Ninja Turtles fan. There's a lot of TMNT 2012 representation in here, and I think it is so cool that this game was not on my 2025 bingo card. I did not think we were going to get a Nicktoons reuniting in this year, or maybe even ever, because these are shows that it seemed like, you know, Nickelodeon kind of forgot. Yeah, some of them were included in the kart racers, right? Nickelodeon Kart Racers 1, 2, and 3. Timmy Turner wasn't. He wasn't in any of them. As far as I don't think he was in 1, 2, or 3. JimmyNeutron was, DannyPhantom was, SpongeBob was, but Timmy Turner wasn't. And now Timmy Turner is pretty much the highlight of the game. He is the catalyst and the reason this story even happens. So guys, I think this game was handled very well. There are a few nitpicks here and there. The gameplay loop can get a little bit repetitive. Like I said, I don't love that it's $50. I think they could have done 40, but it's not full price. And I think that I'm not mad paying $50 because these devs clearly have a lot of passion for these shows and their history and their source material. So I will support them, and let's hope for some DLC. Guys, let me know if you picked up the game, if this video is going to be the reason you pick up the game. I really hope you guys enjoy. This game is so much fun, and I can't wait to finish it, see how this story ends, and see if there is room for more stories in this universe. I know there are. I know there is. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and take care.